Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying close attention to the Falcons this season, you know that the team has had its ups and downs, but there's a real sense that they're entering a crucial phase of the season. Coming off the Week 5 bye, the Falcons are set to face a pivotal stretch, starting with the Bills. And let me tell you, this game is more than just about getting a win. It's about setting the tone for the rest of the season, especially in a division that's heating up in the NFC South. The Falcons, so far, have shown flashes of brilliance, especially on defense, but there are some lingering concerns that could define their playoff fate. When you look at the defense, it's pretty impressive on paper. In fact, the Falcons currently rank first in the NFL in total defense, allowing just 244 yards per game. That's no small feat in a league where offensive firepower is king. Their scoring defense is also solid, ranked 15th in the league, giving up about 21.5 points per game. Head coach Raheem Morris has done a great job optimizing that unit, and the defense has been a key factor in Atlanta's early success. But as always, the devil is in the details, and the biggest issue right now is in the secondary, which has become a bit of a concern, especially with key injuries and underperforming players. The main concern in that secondary revolves around the injury to star cornerback A.J. Terrell. Now, fans know how vital Terrell has been to this defense. His coverage skills, his ability to shut down top receivers, and his leadership on the field are unmatched. But with Terrell sidelined due to a hamstring injury, the Falcons are scrambling to find solutions. That's a big problem because, without him, the secondary has struggled to maintain the same level of dominance. In Week 4, we saw veteran cornerback Denzel Ford, who's been a key player this season, have a rough outing. He allowed 4 receptions on 5 targets and was flagged twice for penalties. That's not what you want from a secondary player with the team counting on him to step up. According to Pro Football Focus, Ford's performance through 4 games ranks him among the lowest-rated cornerbacks in the NFL, 160th out of 169 eligible players. That's a clear red flag. And it gets worse because Mike Hughes, who's been Atlanta's #1 cornerback in Terrell's absence, hasn't been much better. His performance has been inconsistent, and the Falcons desperately need more proven contributors to keep pace with division rivals like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are always lurking and waiting for any opportunity to capitalize on Atlanta's weaknesses. This is where the trade deadline, set for November 4, becomes so critical. The Falcons management, led by General Manager Terry Fontenot, along with head coach Raheem Morris, are definitely eyeing the roster, evaluating what needs to change to make a real playoff push. That's why some analysts, like Garrett Klaus from Blogging Dirty, have been speculating about potential moves. Klaus suggests that Atlanta might look to upgrade their secondary in the coming weeks, especially with the current challenges they're facing. So, who are some of the names that could be on the Falcons' radar? According to Klaus, options include players like Denzel Ward from the Browns, who's been a 4-time Pro Bowler, or L'Jarius Sneed from the Chiefs, a 2-time Super Bowl winner. Others mentioned are Alontae Taylor from the Saints, Cam Taylor-Britt from the Bengals, and Eric Stokes from the Raiders. Each of these players brings different levels of experience, risk, and cost, but all would represent significant upgrades over what Atlanta currently has. The key is, with the secondary being such a glaring issue, even a modest upgrade could make a massive difference in Atlanta's ability to contend deep into the postseason. But let's not forget, this is more than just about individual players. It's about team cohesion, game planning, and how Atlanta adapts to these challenges. The Falcons' defense, as I mentioned earlier, is still one of the best in the league in total yards allowed, but the secondary's struggles threaten to expose that overall strength. And against a team like the Bills, with their 3rd-ranked defense, this secondary test will be a litmus test of how far Atlanta has come and how much they still need to improve. Now, coming back to the big picture, the bye week couldn't have come at a better time. It gives the coaching staff and the front office a chance to step back, evaluate what's working and what's not, and consider whether a roster shakeup is necessary. The clock is ticking, and the trade deadline is just around the corner. The Falcons are in a good spot, but they can't afford to be complacent. Their margin for error is shrinking, especially in a division where the Buccaneers are always nipping at their heels, waiting for a mistake to capitalize on. And don't forget, the Falcons' defense isn't just about the secondary. The team's overall defensive stats are impressive. They rank first in yards allowed, and they're doing a solid job of limiting scoring opportunities. But the secondary is the weak link, and that's what could hold this team back from reaching their true potential. If they can shore up that position, whether through internal development or a strategic trade, Atlanta could become even more formidable. Looking ahead to their upcoming game against the Bills, it's a true test of their resilience. The Bills have one of the most potent offenses in the league, with talented playmakers and a scheme that keeps defenses on their heels. For Atlanta, this game is about more than just one victory. It's about sending a message that they're serious contenders, capable of competing with the best. If the secondary can hold up, especially with Terrell expected to return after the bye, the Falcons could surprise some people. But if they struggle again, it might reinforce the need for that midseason shakeup, for some new blood to bolster the ranks. And remember, fans, the journey of this team is still very much a work in progress. The coaching staff and management are fully aware of the areas that need improvement, and they're actively exploring solutions. This is a team that's building something special, with a talented core and a defense that, despite recent issues, remains one of the best in the league. The key will be how they respond to adversity in the coming weeks, especially in the secondary, which is so vital in today's pass-heavy NFL. So, as we look toward the future, keep an eye on the Falcons' moves, their strategies, and how they adapt to the challenges ahead. Their ability to make smart decisions before the trade deadline could very well determine whether they're battling for a division title, making a deep playoff run, or falling short of expectations. It's an exciting time to be a Falcons fan, with so much on the line and a season still full of potential. And now, Atlanta Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Atlanta Falcons. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Atlanta Falcons news. We're in this together, and your support means everything. Let's keep the passion alive and see how this team continues to grow and fight for that Super Bowl dream. Remember, every game counts, and the next few weeks could be decisive for the Falcons' season. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay Falcons strong.